What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another weekly vlog. I'm really excited about this one. This one we're talking about leadership. But before I get into that, I want to thank everybody who's watched any video on the channel, but more specifically the specials. I know they're kind of long, lengthy, and I wish I could put them all into one episode, and hopefully the next one we can. But it's just hard sometimes because there's some takes we have to take out. And now I know last special was very unfiltered, but I want to really take you guys into how it is really on like a call. And the crazy thing is we were missing a person, and hopefully we can get him on. I believe it will happen soon. In fact, I know it will happen soon because we're talking about it behind the scenes. But those are some of my favorite episodes because I mean, it's not just me talking, it's a bunch of different perspectives. It's my friends. And so I'm gonna look to have more of my friends on here because, like I said, while this platform says my name, I would be a fool if I was just the one talking here the whole time. But while I have it here, while this is just a me video, I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit about leadership. Leadership is something that I've been thrust into at certain different points in my life. And, one thing that I've learned about leadership is like, leaders are called, like whether you like it or not, you could be a leader. And one thing I never realized until I got older was that I'm a leader. I always used to think I was just comic relief or entertainment purposes only. But then I really looked at it and I was like, dang, like I'm a leader. And so I kind of changed my approach about a lot of things. And leadership is hard. I'm not gonna lie, it's tough because when you're a leader, you're leading people. And I used to think leadership was like knowing all the answers, but it's not. It's learning from the people you lead, as far as also in the answers you do know, telling them those answers. It's about honesty, it's about dignity, it's about integrity, it's about respect. You have to respect the people you lead. You have to be honest with the people you lead. You have to have integrity. You you have to really show people how you treat others. Because when people see you do something, they might take it. I mean, we're creatures of habit. When you do something, I'm gonna be like, hey, I might need that, or I might need to take that. So leadership is a tough thing. I'm not gonna lie. But it's one of the most rewarding things on the planet. Because when people look at you and like, that guy's a leader or that girl's a leader, it's like, wow, thank you. And I'm grateful that I've had positions like that, or I have positions like that right now. But, it's hard because being a leader is deeper than just getting people to follow you. It's how you control yourself while people aren't around. What do you do behind the scenes? What do you do in the dark? And so that's what I've been learning to do. And it's been hard, but it's the type of stuff that you have to do when you're a leader. Another thing I want to talk to you guys is how to be a leader. How to be a leader? Well, I made a video about this all the way back in weekly vlog 1, but you gotta step up. You gotta stand out. See, leaders stand up. Fools hang back in the crowd. You don't want to be a part of the crowd. To be a leader, you have to stand up. You have to step out. And also another thing, leadership is not about control. Like a lot of people think leadership and they're like, man, that means I have control over everybody. You don't. I mean, you're a leader, you're just guiding. You don't control anybody. That's another thing I had to learn. I can't control people. I can only try to guide them into the right direction. And a true leader is somebody who's calm, somebody who's meek, somebody who listens. You can't overtalk your people as a leader. You just have to lead them. And leadership is hard, but Anybody can be a leader. Being a leader doesn't mean that you have crowds of people following you. Being a leader doesn't mean it could just be one person, as simple as your sibling or your best friend or somebody. Or if it's truly your calling, it could be 100 people. But you have to be a leader. And whatever it is you do, you have to stand up. You have to step out. You have to be a upstander, because that's what leaders are. They're upstanders, not bystanders. And I'm not just talking about bullying. They stand up in the crowd. That's what a true leader does. Because people that follow them, they see that, and it makes them want to stand up out of the crowd. So I challenge you this week, be a leader. Stand up out of the crowd. You know, I kind of already talked about it, but stand up out of the crowd. Be a leader. There's this quote by the guy named Terry McLaurin, and he says, be who you say you are. Before you can be who you say you are, think about who you are. Not who people say you are, but think about who you are. Kind of like Brother Emmanuel has said in our past specials. Take 5 minutes, go to a white room, and think about it. Who are you? And then, once you find that out, then you have to be who you say you are. I know, it's hard, but you can do it. I believe in you. Anyway, it's been a good word. God bless you. And I love you. I'll see you guys in the next vid, hopefully. I don't know. There may be a consistent special this week, or I don't know. There may not be. I'm going to talk to the guys, but, well, if not, there definitely is going to be one soon where there's all 4 of us. I know you guys saw the video title last week. You saw the picture and we're like, oh, it's all 4 of them. It's not. But we're going to get one in where it's all 4 of us. Trust, we're waiting. And, I know they're just as excited as I am to get all 4 of us going. So we're going to talk about that off cam though. But we're getting it going. So anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. And I love you guys dearly. I know I kind of did the outro already, but I seriously love you guys. And hey, you never know. There could be a special this week. But if not, I'll see you in the next weekly vlog. Peace.